There have been a ton of wrestlers to come and go in the WWE as enhancement talent, jobbers, whatever you want to call them. None of them, however, make me smile like Duane Gill, or as most of you know him, Gillberg. Before becoming Gillberg, Duane Gill was a major enhancement talent in the 90s WWF. Usually he was appearing on WWF Superstars of Wrestling and the WWF Challenge Show, losing to the likes of The Undertaker, Kamala, High Energy, the Texas Tornado, Sergeant Slaughter, Jim Duggan, the Bushwhackers, and the Beverly Brothers. He was also a part of the second version of the Executioners with Barry Hardy up until 1994. In 1998, Gill made his return to the World Wrestling Federation at Survivor Series as Mankind's mystery opponent. Vince McMahon seemingly facilitated McMahon's route to victory in a tournament for the vacant WWF Championship, as he appeared to be McMahon's favorite to win. McMahon built up the suspense before the entrance by referring to Gill as a wrestler with an unmatched win-loss record. Although the statement was implied that Mankind's opponent won more than lost, the exact opposite was true, and Gill was squashed by Mankind. This played into the story that they were telling as Mankind being the chosen one to the WWF Championship, but being swerved at the very end of the entire thing and having The Rock win the tournament and becoming the WWF Corporate Champion. 1998 in the WWF was high into creating factions. Almost everyone in the company was part of a big group, so naturally, Duane Gill found himself in the Job Squad. The theme of the group was that each member was enhancement talent, also known as jobbers, in which they lost to established or up-and-coming wrestlers. The acronym J.O.B was referred to just over broke, a reference to wrestlers for appearing in preliminary matches and therefore being on the low end of the pay scale. The Job Squad wore shirts resembling the NWO shirts as a parody of many of the NWO factions and offshoots in WCW. Duane Gill later joined the Job Squad with Al Snow, Too Cold Scorpio, and Bob Holly. During this time, Gill became notable for ending Mark Merrow's career when Merrow challenged him to a match, announcing to the crowd that he would retire from wrestling if he could not beat Gill. Gill won the match with help from the Job Squad, and Merrow left the WWE. Although he did that, he didn't legit retire from professional wrestling. On November 23, 1998, Gill won the Light Heavyweight Championship after defeating Christian on WWF Raw. After a successful defense against Matt Hardy on Sunday Night Heat, Gill was given his most notable gimmick, Gillberg. Gillberg was a parody of WCW's top star, Goldberg. When he became Gillberg, the original plan was for the bookers to have him lose 173 consecutive matches, parodying Goldberg's win streak of 173 matches. The Gillberg character parodied numerous aspects of Goldberg's character, such as his entrance with pre-recorded sound of Gillberg chants, which was an illusion that WCW used to pre-record Goldberg's chants, and stagehands who would hold up sparklers, parodying Goldberg's pyrotechnics, and then they would spray him with fire extinguishers. He also had a dotted line tattoo on his right arm, parodying Goldberg's tribal tattoo, and would use the catchphrase, "Who's first?" in the reference from Goldberg, "Who's next?" but the fact that Gill would lose every match and they would try to figure out who would be the first win. Gill made his Royal Rumble debut in 1999, but was immediately eliminated by Edge. Gill's only victory as Gillberg came on Raw on February 8, 1999, when he defeated Goldust with help from the Job Squad member, the Blue Meanie, who was feuding with Goldust at the time. He did compete for the WWF Championship against Triple H in a losing effort on August 31st, 1999 on WWF Smackdown. While he still came to the ring with the belt, the Light Heavyweight Championship was all but forgotten as Gill seldomly defended the title on television or at house shows. After being off of the WWF television for several months, Gill returned on February 13, 2000 on Sunday Night Heat for one final match in order to lose the championship to debuting Essa Rios. Upon losing the title, Gill ended a 15-month title reign, making him the longest reigning light heavyweight champion in WWF history. After leaving the WWF, Gill continued to use the Gillberg character on the independent scene, most prominently in Maryland Championship Wrestling. Since his last in-ring appearance in the WWF, he has returned to the WWE many different times under the Gillberg character to parody Bill Goldberg, who eventually joined the WWE after WCW went out of business. Gillberg was a character that worked when it shouldn't have. The reason it worked is because WWF doubled down on the stupidness of the entire thing. They were dialing in on Goldberg's persona, but spinning it to make it hilarious. He had stagehands knock on his door, the sparklers on the stage instead of pyro. Instead of smoke, they'd spray him with a fire extinguisher. His theme song was absurd. It was a play on Goldberg's theme song, but it was clear that they dubbed over two people chanting Gillberg. It was fantastic. The whole parody worked during the hottest time in professional wrestling. Many wrestlers have come and gone in the WWE, but I will never, ever forget Gillberg. The pure absurdity is burned into my memory for an eternity.